guys? Welcome to the Man Up Club Presents podcast. This is your alternative host, Selena Lena. Okay, you might be wondering, oh my gosh, where's the male voice for Mr. Dean? I am the alternative host. Okay, run that back one more time. Oh my gosh. See, look, I'm getting out all your nervousness for you.
You is. I'm not nervous at all no more.
See, exactly. Okay, do it again.
All right, 3, 2.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Man Up Club Presents podcast. I am your alternative host, Selena Lena. I'm also the program coordinator for the Man Up Club. The Man Up Club is a nonprofit mentor leadership organization for young Black men between the ages of 13 and 24 years old. We have a very special young man with us today, and his name is Tijon Lopez-Star. Say what's up, Tijon.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Yeah, he is actually a Man Up member. Not only is he a Man Up member, but he's also a part of the Man Up Club's YouthBuild program. And it is a program that teaches young people between the ages of 16 and 24 years old all about construction. He is very responsible. You know, he has a good vibe, good attitude. He's definitely a team player. And you're definitely an asset to the organization. And we love having you, Tijon. So
Thank you. I love being a part of it.
that's good. That's really good. So yeah, this is a very special thing because this is the first time that you're on a podcast, right? How you feeling right now?
I was nervous at first, but I'm good now.
Okay, that's good.
I'm
That's
good
good.
now.
Yeah, it's very nice to have new, fresh faces on the show. So you're 18,
Correct?
right? Okay, we're gonna dive deep into just some things about you. You told me off air that like you've been thinking about life lately. Specifically, what about life?
Just about really. When I say the future, I say like the next 2-3 years, because I feel like these next 2-3 years is gonna pave the way for the rest of my life. So
Yeah, that's very true. Being 18 years old, like that's a good mindset that you're in right now. Who is I really like who has influenced you to be who you are? Because when I've watched you and I'm around you at the Man Up Club, like you're somebody who is a man of their word. You know, you show up when you need to show up. You're a good communicator. You're respectful. When you walk in the door, like you always make sure to say hi to the people that are there. Like, who has raised you or influenced you to be the person that you are?
besides myself, I'll say my big cousin. But other than my big cousin, just myself and books and morals.
Books and morals.
Books and morals. I used to do a lot of reading and a lot of reading about how to like better yourself as a person and just to be more of a stand-up guy. That's all.
That's really surprising because, yeah, for you to say like, okay, it is honestly it's been me and then like a couple influences like my big cousin and then books. It's like you're a leader. You know that, right?
But yeah, I've been learning to see that.
You've been learning to see that
Yeah.
because I'm just saying like it's like it. A lot of people a lot of people are easily become products of their environment. Right. And a lot of us as Black people, if we're, growing up a certain way, like, and it's actually, let me revoke that. Not even just as Black people, but people in general, when we grow up in an environment where, people are, you know what I'm saying? Like when people are just like going after something with the wrong motives or people are talking a certain way, they're getting their money a certain way or, they're doing whatever. It's like we see something, we're going to do it, right?
Correct.
And so it's like for you to swim against the tide of what you may see, like that takes a strong mind to do that.
Yeah, I try to think about all the positive things and the outcomes of it because otherwise then it gets hard to keep your head on the right track and stuff. But just like knowing that it's a reason, it's a good reason behind all this, it's gonna be a good outcome, keeps me going.
You mentioned your big cousin, yourself and your big cousin, but before I get to like how has your big cousin influenced you in a positive way, how did you grow up? Like, what did you see around you? Because you said, "Oh, myself." Like,
Growing up, we did a lot of moving, like a lot of moving. I'll say from kindergarten to 5th grade, I went through about 10 schools. So a lot of times I didn't really. I make friends and stuff, but it was like they were friends for 2 weeks, friends for a month, and I was moving schools, and I was always the oldest because my big brother got took away. So I was always just like depending on me. So I had to learn a lot of ways. I had to teach myself a lot of things and teach myself not to go against a lot of things because it was always really just me. Mom was always at work, little sister, and it was just little sisters. So it was always just me.
You say your big brother got taken away. Why did he get taken away?
Because when he was born, they said my mom was an unfit parent because all the medical issues he had, and they said that she wouldn't be able to keep him because of all his medical issues. And then when she finally did like do all the things that they required for him to be with them, she got pregnant with me, and they told her that if she doesn't give him up, that they was gonna take me when I was born.
Oh
So
my
then she had
gosh.
to make the choice to give him up to give the state custody of him.
Do you live with your mom currently?
Yeah, I live with my mom currently.
And what do you think about that? Just if you don't you do you
Yeah. No, I'll say I don't really think it's fair because she was young at the time. And, young when you're young, you don't really have no choice. And in that situation, she didn't really have a choice.
How old was she when she had your older brother?
She was 18 when she had my older brother. She was 18. She just moved up here from Chicago. So she was just like trying to find work and housing and all them type of things.
18 years old from Chicago.
Yep. That's where all my mom's side of the family's from.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And at the time that she had your brother, was she with did you and your brother share the same father?
Nope, we had different fathers, but she was with my father.
Oh, okay.
She was with my father, but my father's younger than her, so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dang. So you got young teenagers
Yeah.
with this baby boy. What was the medical issues with your brother?
I know that he didn't start breathing. He was breathing with the oxygen tube until he turned like 12 or 13 months. So he couldn't breathe on his own. He had an extra chromosome, and then he had a feeding tube because he couldn't eat out his mouth. And there was some more stuff I don't remember. I try not to think about it. I try to just think of the positive things when I do think of my brother.
And obviously, and you could tell me like you can say like you're free to say like, okay, I don't want to go too much into depth about that.
Okay.
So do you have contact with your brother now?
No, the last time I talked to him, it was my 15th birthday. They surprised me at Portillo's.
Oh,
and
nice.
I didn't see him for 2 years at that time. So when I did see him, I just ran, jumped, gave him a hug, and started crying.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that's so sweet. That's super sweet. So how is he doing now?
The last time I heard from him, he was doing good. He just graduated high school. This was about 2 years ago. It was the year before I graduated. So 3 years ago, he graduated high school, and he was looking for like college. And I think they found him a little community college. He was taking college classes. That was the last time I talked to him.
Well, that's good. That's good.
And he just started eating out his mouth.
Really?
I convinced him to eat a Skittle.
Oh my
And he'll only eat the outside of the Skittle, but he wouldn't eat the inside. It was weird.
Oh my gosh!
I finally convinced him to eat out his mouth. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I could see the love that you have for your brother, and that's what's up. Like
Love
being
my big brother.
Yes. Like being a sibling is a blessing. Like it really is. So back to just you, like really influencing yourself to act a certain way. I really want to ask you a real question. Why didn't you name your mom as one of the influences that allowed you to be the man that you are today?
Because growing up, me and my mom bump heads a lot.
Okay.
And it was a point in time where I wasn't living with her, and I was living on my own. So I still say she was a good role model, but I wasn't, like I said, she was like 50-50, positive / negative. But I love my mom. I appreciate my mom and everything that she do.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
No, for real, because like that. At the end of the day, like parents are also humans too, and so ain't nobody perfect, but you're still gonna honor and respect the fact that's your only mom.
Lately I've been trying to build a better relationship with my mom because I told myself when I graduated high school that before 20 years old, I'm gonna try to get up out this state. So, and I know my mom is too, and I know we're not gonna end up in the same place because she's trying to move back home, and I don't want to move back to Chicago.
How was it in Chicago?
I never lived there. I don't want to move back with her in Chicago because that's where she wants to go back. Cause she said she missed home. That's her home and stuff. I don't want to go there. We was just there for the 4th of July. I didn't know. That's not somewhere I want to live.
He said nope, I'm not going. He said nope. Where do you want to go?
The last 2 years I wanted to go to Texas. I wanted to move to Austin. But now I'm thinking about Colorado.
Colorado? Yeah. Look at my face. Colorado?
No, I love, because, Minnesota, like last winter, our Christmas was not a real Christmas. It was no snow on the ground, nothing. I want a real winter.
Oh, he's different.
I want a real winter.
My goodness.
I miss the cold and the snow and going outside in Timbs and pelly coats and stuff like that.
You're born and raised here, right?
Yeah, born and raised in Minnesota.
Yeah, no wonder. Okay. Yeah, that's the disconnect. And it's okay though, because I love that you love that. I'm from down south, and so it's like, nah, I'm not. I'd rather be somewhere really warm. But okay, so it was Texas at first, and now it's like Colorado.
Yeah, because I want to move somewhere that's like home. I want to move somewhere and it's like not something I'm not used to at all.
Okay.
I'm not used to. I was just in the heat in the Bahamas. I didn't like that. My body didn't like that.
Really?
Every time I go out of town, like somewhere down south, I always either get sick or my body like gets rashes or something. I'm tired of that. I don't want to deal with it.
See, that's interesting and that's different. There's different things for everybody. But yeah, Tijon, we'll definitely get more into, just you developing your own mindset. You said you're thinking about life. You're thinking about your future. It's really good. You're 18 years old. You're thinking about the state specifically that you want to be in. That's a really good space to be in. And we'll talk about, what are the steps that you're taking in order to make that next step here in this next segment. This is the Man Up Club Presents podcast. We're back on the Man Up Club Presents podcast talking with Tijon Lopez-Star. First of all, let's kind of, okay, before we get into the steps that you're taking to make this move for your future, your last name is something that is very unique. I've always wanted to ask you, where did you get Lopez-Star? Because when I think of Lopez, I think of like a Hispanic descent, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the story behind your last name?
Yeah, my mom's grandpa, his name is Carlos. My grandpa Carlos, very pink Puerto Rican man. He's fresh off the boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a immigrant from Puerto Rico. He just got his, I think it's called green card, or what is it?
Really?
Like 2 years ago. He's like 97. He was so geeked about it. It didn't make sense. Wow. He's still alive to this day. He's 97 now. My grandpa Carlos.
Looking at you, it's like you would never tell that you really Puerto Rican?
He's Puerto Rican. And then my dad is Native American or African American. Okay. And Native American from the Creek Nation tribe in Oklahoma. So yeah.
That's good.
That's where I got the star from. And Lopez from Puerto Rican, from my grandpa Carlos.
Oh, wow. Do a lot of people ask about your last name?
Yeah, like I get a job and like my first day, like everybody they see on the schedule say Tijon Lopez-Star, then I walk in and they'll be like,
Right, like
they'll be like, you're not. I'm like, yes,
right, because y'all, when we was hiring him for YouthBuild, I know I was looking at his name and I'm like, oh, Lopez-Star, and he's black. Like
it happens all the time.
Yeah, that's super dope. And I love that you know the history of your name. Oh,
yeah, I had to find out because growing up as a kid, I used to get asked about it all the time. And I used to hate not knowing. I don't like not knowing things. So that was something I had to figure out.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. And speaking of that, like being half Filipina and half African American, I find that same desire for myself, especially as I get older. And especially because I've also like lost my grandmother. She was my best friend, my everything on my Filipino side, right? And because of the fact that like she's no longer here to, when I have kids one day, like she's not going to be the one cooking their meals, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I feel like it's taken up, it has to be something that's taken upon myself to pass down that Filipino culture that she influenced me with. So the things that I don't know, like for example, me not knowing the fluent language of Tagalog or Bisaya. Like I know a lot and I can understand a lot, but because I don't know it fluently yet, I am making it one of my life goals to learn the language and be able to speak it fluently, just like I do English. Because when I have kids, I want to be able to have them speak it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is power in the knowledge of your culture. You
And
know,
that's good that you know some of it because I don't know no Spanish at all.
Do you want to learn?
See, when I like in high school or middle school, I took classes and it was so hard for me to learn. It's like you would think I wasn't Hispanic.
Right. So you gotta bring that
So
side out of
I don't
you.
know. I don't know how to. I've been trying for years. I told myself that before I turned 20, I was gonna go take a trip to Puerto Rico and meet the rest because I still have family down there.
Okay.
My mom said I still got cousins and uncles down there. So I told myself before I turn 20, before I move out of Minnesota, I'm gonna go down there and meet my family.
Really?
That's what I told myself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really amazing. The fact. So you've never been out the country though.
Just well, if unless you count the Bahamas, just recently.
Okay, just
But
recently.
other than that, no, I never been out the country.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a beautiful experience. I haven't been to the Philippines, but I also told myself
So,
that I'm gonna go to the
yeah,
Philippines.
you got
and see.
to.
Yeah,
You got to.
you got to
You
do
got to
that.
see where you come from.
Exactly. That's so important, especially like in our culture. You know, just as Black and brown people, like it has a lot to do with identity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when you look at African American history, I believe a lot of the reasons why we deal with the issues that we deal with, while we deal with identity issues, while we deal with, you know, just not knowing who we are and not carrying ourselves like we know our own value, is because our historical identity was ripped away from us. You know, just when you look at like slavery, like names were erased, you know, from our race, and not being able to like read. At one point it was illegal for us to read, and you know, just trying to rip away things from a person, so that you can slap a new identity on them, you know, and then try to control them. That is the root of not knowing who you are. So that's really good that you want to do that, and I think that you're an example to every young man, especially every young man of color. Like, take the time to, you know what I'm saying, know where your people's from. Like,
I actually just found out that with me being a part of the Creek Nation tribe of Oklahoma, that I could use my Native American card. I might have some access to some land down there.
really?
Yeah, I have to go find out how to get my Native American card renewed. But I just found out I could get like 2 years of free schooling down there, and it's a lot of benefits I just found out about. I'm happy I took a little time in my day to do some research about it.
Yeah, that's really good. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you talking about, okay, I just came up like this myself. What was it about? Like, what? First of all, you said, or I don't know if you said it off air or not, but you said that you like to read, right?
I used to. I hate books.
He said I hate books.
Yeah, when I was like freshman year, I say like 13, 14, freshman year, when I was bored, I had a lot of free time, and I was doing reading to have something to do so I don't get in trouble. Otherwise, I'll find something else to get into. So I just read books.
Okay. And what were you seeing like around you? You said so you don't get in trouble. What were the things that was counted as trouble?
Everything that's illegal.
Everything that's illegal. And that was what was being exposed to you?
Yeah, like people stealing cars and doing drugs, selling drugs, guns, things like that.
And the way that you processed that was just like,
I'll say at a point, it came like a normal thing, like something that just goes on. It became something that just like went on in life, like how you wake up every day. It was like one of them things. Like, I wouldn't say like a repeated cycle, but it was just like something that you became used to, and then it got to a point where you was like, yeah, this something ain't nothing good gonna come from it. So then like when things start happening, like real life things start happening, then it really make you think like, what do I need to do to better myself and better my situation, so I don't end up like him or end up like this person.
you know, but so many of us though don't process like that. Like,
It's not common to have sense.
say that one more time. See, come on. It's not common to have sense.
Yeah, it's not at all. I had to learn that too growing up. It's because it's a lot of, I was always the youngest person. Like, everywhere I went, I was always the youngest. My birthday was late. So then when I graduated early, that didn't make it no better. So then my whole year of not being in school, while everybody my age is in school, I'm all older people, I picked up a lot of things. And one thing I did learn was not everybody it's not common to have sense, even though you would think it is. There's some things that people's mind just don't grasp, and ain't nothing you can do to help them understand because it's not common to have sense. You can't think for them. You can't make choices for them. You just gotta do what's best for you, and you know what's right for you. So just do it.
Mm. You know, obviously, okay. Sidebar. You remind me of my little brother,
CJ, really?
Chris. Yeah, the reason why is because you're both you're both young in certain circles, right? My brother Chris is the youngest out of all of his siblings. You were the youngest with the people that you was hanging around because you said you graduated early, so you was hanging around older people, right?
Yeah.
And being in that situation, being the youngest, you're observing things that other people are doing.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, he ended up like that. Oh, okay, he's acting like that. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna avoid this and avoid that. That's the way that my brother Chris is. Like, I think that it's common with a lot of like the babies and like the youngest ones. Like, I feel like they move differently compared to like the first child, or you know what I'm saying, people that are older than them, because they get to witness the lives of they get to witness everything of the lives that's going on around them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, I'm gonna move this way because
I agree with you 100% because a lot of my actions I chose a lot of my actions based off seeing somebody else's actions, if that makes sense. Like, I'll see somebody else's stuff and I'll be like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that, and then I'll not do it. Like, I do something else. So I 100% agree with you on that.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up. Okay, I lived in from what I can remember, preschool and kindergarten, I was back and forth from North Minneapolis to Mankato.
Mankato.
I stayed in Mankato until the end of first grade and came back to Minneapolis, and I was going to Sheridan in Northeast from second and third grade. I was switching off and off from Sheridan and J.J. Hill Montessori School in St. Paul. And then I also went to the Minnesota School of Science that year for some reason. And then from third grade to sixth grade, I was going to school called Valley View Elementary School in Bloomington. But I was living in Minneapolis, in Brooklyn Center. I was back and forth between Minneapolis, Brooklyn Center, because at this time we was homeless, so we were just like house hopping.
Really?
That's why I was like switching schools so much. But then my mom found a good job like across the street from the school called Valley View. So that's why it made just so much sense for me to go there. Plus my cousins, I had big cousins that lived out there. So I just get like dropped off over there and stay over, like go to school with them. The after school, go home with them, get picked up from them. And then sixth grade, I got trespassed from all Bloomington public schools. So that's when we moved to Crystal. And I started going to RMS, went to RMS for like 2 months, getting in trouble. Went to Plymouth. And then, so just like the Twin Cities.
Right. Okay. So there's no one centralized place.
It's not. It was everywhere. It was always
And at
everywhere.
one point, you were homeless for how many years?
We'll say like 2 years.
Okay.
It was house hopping.
Wow.
And then my mom bought a house in Crystal.
Wow.
And then,
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're going to dive deeper into that in this next segment, Tijon. That's very interesting, and you're very resilient. So, yeah, this is the Men of Club Presents podcast. We'll talk right back with Tijon. Okay, we're back with Tijon. You know, you have been around the Twin Cities, your whole life.
Yeah.
And the reason why I asked you that question is because, I wanted to kind of get an inside view of like, what were the different types of environments that you were growing up in. And it sounds like you've had a healthy view of it all, from like the suburbs to like, more towards the cities, urban life.
Everywhere.
Yeah. What would you say has influenced you the most?
I'll say the city, because even like when I was in the suburbs, I was taking bikes to get back to the city because I miss being in the city. That's where it felt like at home at. But then as I got older, I'll say being like in the urban, outside, like the skirts of the city, them made my life better actually, because it gave me like quiet time. It was always quiet, and when it's quiet, it's just you in your head, just you and your thoughts. So you just thinking, and that would make me think about like a lot of life choices to make me start doing good in life.
Wow. I'm just like, this is, I'm just kind of amazed, Tijon, because it's like you're only 18 years old. Like you're only 18. I mean, I'm 26, but just to see like somebody who's like a young man like you who, you know what I'm saying, understands the value of like silence, understands to not let your environment define you. Like that takes a lot of leadership skills, like to be able to go off and do your own thing. I was just talking to somebody last night about this concept of fighting the normal, right? So it's like when you think about a fish swimming against a current, that's what you are.
Correct.
You know, the current is like all the people, all the actions, all of the norms, you know, that are around you, you know, the environment that's around you. And you're the fish that swims against it. You know, it's so easy for a fish to swim in the same direction that the water is going because everybody's going that way. That's the way of life.
And I feel like the reason is like I know the reason I like to go to different direction. It feels good on the heart. It feels good on your mental. And like they give you a peace of mind knowing you doing something. Like I don't even like when I go to restaurants with my family. If I see somebody else get strawberry lemonade, I'm not getting strawberry lemonade because I don't want to be like I don't want to be like y'all. I don't at all. And I think that's one of my problems, but it's one of my good problems. So I love it.
Yeah, we'll continue to keep on doing that.
Yeah, because I don't want to.
Yeah, some people, you know, they see other people doing something, or they, you know, have like these outside influences, and they want to be just like the people that's around them because they love those people. Like, you know what I'm saying? You may have a big brother that's doing something that's negative or whatever, but you look up to him because that's your big brother.
And see, what I younger had to realize that no, it's not good to look up to people who are doing bad things, but it is okay to take like some of their ways, if that makes sense. Like let's say they're doing bad stuff, but they're really respectful. It's okay to be very respectful, just not do it's like pick up the good traits.
Exactly.
Like from people. That's what I think that's another thing that made me today. Just picking up, seeing stuff and picking things up from everybody, learning. Just like learning it's okay to be quiet and just observe.
That's real. What's that saying that you're talking about? It's like what do they say? Like eat the meat, not leave the bones.
Never heard of that one.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. But basically, you know, it's what you're saying, which is like, it's also that saying of like, you know, take things with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah,
right. Yeah, like everything that everyone that you see around you, they have both good and bad things about them, and you take the things that will help you.
Yeah, things that can help me out, things that make me a better person.
Right. Yeah, that's really good. What are some other life lessons that you carry with yourself, like that you be thinking about?
Just take things day by day. Don't stress about what another man doing. Everybody pace ain't the same. It's not a race. It's just a matter of getting to the end of the race. It don't matter how fast it take you, because like I said, everybody's pace is different. Just making sure you got a plan and a goal, because it's not, if you don't have a plan, it's just a dream. And you can't be dreaming all day. So
this man is speaking facts. This man is helping. Yes. So and speaking of that too, because that was something that we were talking about earlier. What are the steps that you're taking to, you know, fulfill your dream of making the move from Minnesota to Colorado? Because this is what you dream to do. This is what you want to do. You said by 20 years old, I want to move out the state. So what are these steps?
Okay, so I'm gonna take it back to when I was 15. This was sophomore year. This is freshman year going on sophomore year. I only had I think like 4 credits in high school. You need 48 to graduate. Life was up and down. Things wasn't going right. And then boom, switch schools, start going to alternative school. I was really the youngest because at this time there was no freshmen at the alternative school. It was sophomores and up, and I was already young for the sophomores, so I was still the age of a freshman. So I was really like the baby of the school. Everybody in the school literally knew me as the baby of the school because I was literally the youngest.
Oh wow!
And them, I'll say that's 6 months. I met a lot of good people. I made a lot of good friends. I met a lot of good people who told me basically like the things I'm doing. Basically, people who didn't like kiss my butt, basically, and who got me on the right path. And I remember that was when I made my first. That was when I first told myself I'm gonna graduate early. I'm gonna go to college, and I'm gonna get out of Minnesota because ain't nothing in Minnesota no more. We already did everything in Minnesota, so let's move on to a different state and take over that state. So then first, told myself I was gonna graduate early. I did that. I told myself after I graduated I was gonna go to school. I did that. After I finished school, I told myself that I was gonna start working so I could eventually have enough money so I could build my own house. Well, first buy my own land to build my own house on, so I don't have to hear from nobody. So right now, I'll say to achieving that dream or goal. Right now, I'm currently working with Mr. and Mrs. Dean to help find me a paid apprenticeship so I can get some more experience in the field. And I'm hoping that sometime before the end of this year, we can find somewhere so I can just start working and get more experience. So when it's time for me to go buy this land, I don't need no questions to build this house. I can just do it. So right now, I'll just say just waiting and stacking money because you're gonna need to stack your money. No money on, no funny on. So yeah.
No money, no
No
fun.
funny yeah.
Okay, no
So,
money,
yeah.
no fun.
Just like right now, I'll say just stacking money and being patient.
That's really good.
That's it.
That's really good. And sacrifice,
Yeah.
because that comes with sacrifice to stack your money. Because when you're not stacking your money, you're spending
You're
it.
spending.
So there's things that you could be spending your money on,
Correct.
but you're not.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So is that a lot for you to? Does it mentally weigh a lot for you to sacrifice, or is it just easy? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this away right here. I'm not even fazed by it.
No, I'm like when I first started touching money, like when I first graduated school. Yeah, oh my God, I was a spender. I couldn't hold on to money for nothing. And then my baby brother was born. And I was like, wow, I got a baby brother. Growing up, I always wanted to, like, I had a big brother, but I always wanted like a brother like I could like that was there, if that makes sense. So then I had a baby brother. I was like, wow, I'm gonna be the big brother. I'm gonna be the person that can always be there. So then that really made it easier for me to start saving money. Cause like then right now he just turned 1. When he's like 3, 4, he started school, I could just be able to buy him whatever. And that's the reason I want to go build a house so he could come live with me.
Wow. That's amazing, Tijon. Like, you got to give your flowers to people while they're living. And let me go ahead and clap it up for
Thank you.
No, for real. Like,
Thank
because,
you so much.
like, no, for real. Like, you deserve it just to have that mindset. And, when you're walking and you're sacrificing and you're putting away money and you're making moves and you're making a plan and you're executing the plan and you're putting your money where your mouth is, people get blessed because of you. People get blessed because of you. Because when you're walking in your purpose and you're doing what you got to do, not only are you doing good for yourself, and not only are you going to get the benefits from that and you're going to get the blessings from that, but also the people that are closely connected to you, they're also going to get blessed and benefited from that.
That is
You know
true.
what I'm saying? He a little bit, how old is he right now?
He won.
He's 1 year old. He doesn't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He clueless.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Clueless.
But your brother is blessed to have you because he's over here being a baby, and like little does he know he has a brother who's already looking out for him.
Yeah.
Like that is so real, and you should continue to keep that. Like, just continue. The more that you continue on this path, like, you really will go very far.
That's the goal. Thank you. That's the goal. The goal is to go too far and make the white man mad. I'm sorry.
No, I hear you.
That's the goal.
Yeah, I definitely hear you. Like, breaking stereotypes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Breaking stereotypes, breaking what people think that you are. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever been to never mind, Cracker Barrel?
Have I been ever been to Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Cracker
Wait,
Barrel.
is that the breakfast place?
That's the southern country restaurant. Yes.
No, it's somewhere else. It's somewhere. It's this place up north. It's like St. Cloud.
Oh yeah,
I love going there. It's a really good breakfast place. It's not called. I don't know what it's called. I gotta think of the name. I'm gonna tell you, but I love going there because I always break the stereotypes when I go there. Every time I go there, all the old white people they looking at me like, "Why is this little boy here spending this money?" And you feeling so good.
Oh my gosh, I'm dead. You know what's funny? You are crazy. I was talking to this young man on the podcast like several episodes back. And he was his Randry. Randry. He's a young father. He's a coach of a few different sports. And he was talking to me about how the same thing, like he was talking to me about this good feeling that he gets when he breaks stereotypes. Yeah. Like he said, you know, I think that he said when he was in college with his friend, like they were going to a predominantly white university or whatever. And so it's like them two being like the blackest dudes in there. They was just like being loud. They was, you know what I'm saying, having a presence, doing things for the black students on campus. Yes. And he said he was unapologetically black about it. And he said that he just loved it because people would just look at him like you said, why are you here? Like, you know what I'm saying? But he was just like, nah, I'm here. Like, I exist. I deserve to be here. There's no place on this earth where I am not allowed to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm a free man. Like, yeah, and I love that, you know? So I totally understand where you're coming from with that. Yeah. So we will get right back on our last segment with Tijon. I'm really enjoying this conversation. I hope you guys are too. And we'll be right back with the Man Up Club Presents podcast. Shout out to Holy Culture Radio, okay? And also, Godflow is coming up Saturday, September 6th.
At 5 p.m.
Yes, you already know. It's at 5 p.m. And very, very big news. We got Ace Hood as the special celebrity guest.
Okay.
We are back with Tijon. We've talked so much about a lot of different things, and congratulations to this being your first podcast because you've been doing an exceptional job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope this leads to even more opportunities for you to just have a voice on even bigger platforms. Yeah, because you definitely deserve it. So,
thank you.
Yeah, one thing that we haven't touched on is mind, body, and soul. Speaking, you know, this is perfect. This is a perfect topic in this last segment because of the fact we just mentioned that Ace Hood is the celebrity guest for Godflow, right? Well, I don't know if you know this about Ace Hood, but he released a trilogy of music, and his last album that he released is called Soul, but it's part of Mind, Body, Soul, right? So let's talk about that. That's something that you and I haven't discussed yet. You seem like you have a good balance of maintaining your mind. You know, I would assume, obviously, like when you come in and when you present yourself, you ain't coming in here looking like a bum. You don't. I haven't seen you come in here, you know what I'm saying, looking crazy. So you keep up with your body, I'm assuming.
Correct.
And the soul, like there's a certain peace that you have, right? So what do you do to take care of yourself in those three ways?
That's a great question.
It's an important question for everyone to think about because it's not about just the actions that you're doing or, you know, who you chopping it up with every day. It's like, how are you taking care of your mind? How are you taking care of your body? How are you taking care of your soul?
I'll say just doing what I've been doing and being my own best friend.
Being your own best friend.
Yeah. And like having conversations with myself, getting on myself, telling myself I got to do better, taking it day by day. I say those is really what I do to maintain a good body, good heart, good soul.
A lot of people struggle with silence.
My mom, one thing about my mom is very big on silence and nothing. Like, I'm so happy that she taught my dog it's okay to do nothing.
She taught you who?
My dog. Like, it's okay to just be bored. Like, it's okay not to do anything at all.
Your dog?
My dog, like, if I brought my dog in here, she'd be sitting right here, just sitting right there watching us. And I love that. I love that. Like she learned it's okay to do nothing. And growing up, that was one of the big things I had to learn, that it's okay to just do nothing. It's okay to just silence. Like it's okay. You're gonna be fine to sit down for a few minutes and just relax, think, take time to yourself. And silence, I think silence is very important because, like I said earlier, when it's silent, you have nothing else but the thoughts in your head. So it's like you have to face them. And I think that's the reason why I like quietness, because then I have no choice but to talk to myself and have those conversations with myself, and that's one thing I love doing.
You probably been doing this since a young
And
age, right?
Yeah, I've been doing this since a kid.
Yeah.
That's why like I have no problem being by myself now, because yeah.
Because you're comfortable with yourself and
Yeah.
there's a peace that exists within yourself.
So, yeah, and it took, and I would love for if the whole world was comfortable with themselves, I promise you the world would not be how it is today. Like it's a lot of people. I say people try to do things to make other people comfortable, to please others. It's okay to just please yourself, be comfortable with yourself.
You're making me think a lot, because but at the same time, not everybody. You got crazy people in this world.
Yeah,
you feel
do.
me? Like this. Not everybody wants the best for people. Not everybody. So
That
you know what I'm
is
saying?
true.
So to be comfortable with yourself, it seems like it only applies to certain people, because there are certain people that can't sit with themselves because their
not-
thoughts are,
Crazy, they have crazy
Yeah.
thoughts, yeah.
you know.
And for those people, I just pray for you. That's all I can do. Cause I know me. I'm gonna just sit down and think about the worst and the best outcome, and which one do I want to deal with? Because it's gonna be consequences to everything.
And there is going to be consequences to everything, and consequences don't necessarily mean just bad
Bad
things.
things.
Consequences just mean the result of your actions, right? Cause and effect.
Exactly.
And it's especially important that, I don't know if important's the word, it's especially special that you know how to do that. You have this skill of being able to sit down with yourself in a world where social media bombards
You
us
just gotta
with
be
everything.
logical. That's it. Just be logical.
Be
Let's
logical.
go. Literally, it's that simple. If people were more logical, a lot of things wouldn't happen. But people want to live in fairy tales and fantasies. So
And a lot of emotions.
yeah, and a lot of another one. A lot of emotions. People think with their emotions instead of thinking logically, and that's where things, not so good things happen.
Do you believe that there's a time and a place for emotions?
I believe that there's always a time and a place, but I feel like we growing up. It comes to a certain time and like a certain age where you gotta be able to handle those emotions. I understand some people it might be hard and all, but like I said, we're growing up. It shouldn't be kids to able to do things that you're not able to do because you're not comfortable with yourself, and you can't sit down and just like not sit in your own guilt, but like you can't take what you give out, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of people who can't take what they give out and then be so mad about it. And I'm like, bro.
But you're sitting here doing it to everybody else.
You're sitting here doing it to everybody else. So what can you expect? Like, you got to be logical. You can't live in a fairy tale. You can't live in a fantasy. So yeah, I just want everybody to be logical. If everybody was logical, the world would be such a better place.
No, I feel you. I was just like laughing because it's like he's really like unbothered with y'all. Like it's like, bro, like can y'all just sit down somewhere and be logical? No, like that. The world needs simplicity, and I hear you. There's a lot of distractions that take us from one place to another. And so, yeah, I think that's a great challenge for people listening right now. I think that the challenge is make a space in your schedule, a space in your week, a space in your month. Make a space where you could sit down and take away your own phone, and just pay attention to your own thoughts. Maybe sit outside on the porch and just think about. Notice what you think about. Do you like it? And do you not like it?
That is because if you like, when I was younger, I used to think about the same thing. Like my mind would be on literally tunnel. Like when I first started college, when I first started doing my trade, at that time I literally had tunnel vision. Like honestly, like the first 2 months of school, straight tunnel vision. Like I'll be at school for for not 9 hours. I'll be at school for 6 hours, and the whole 6 hours I'm thinking about everything else. Like, I can't even do schoolwork because my mind is so tunnel vision on everything else that's going on the outside. But I feel like once you can block that tunnel vision and like really stay focused and dedicated and think logical and think about the cause and effects and thinking about everything like about your situation, it makes it so much easier to put out the negative, to like throw away the negative and bring more positive in. Because once you start seeing positive, it's like a puzzle. First you just see a small piece, and then once you get more negative out, more positive comes in, and just like eventually you just have a whole bunch of positive thoughts. So then it's really hard to think about negative thoughts. That's what I did. I know that's what I did to put myself in a place where I could do things that I do want to do and have a life that I do want to have. I just had to stop thinking negative, stop thinking everything so negative, and stop listening to others. Nobody else knows. They know what they seen, and somebody might only show them that side of them. They might not show you. So I always get things for your own point of view. Because there's a lot of times where people won't do something because they heard somebody else say, no, don't do that, that's boring. And then they go do it and they be like, well, I just had so much fun, I need to go do that again. And it's like, wow, you just missed out on an opportunity because somebody else said something about it when they could have had negative energy going into it, and you have positive energy, so your outcome is different. So just going to everything you do with positive energy and going to everything you do saying, I can do this, I can finish it. Because I feel like if you don't do that, then you're leaving yourself room to fail. And I feel like if you don't leave yourself room to fail, then you won't fail.
I loved when you said that thinking about the positive things in your specific situation is like a puzzle piece. When you think about this positive thing in your situation, it causes you to maybe notice another positive thing, right?
Yeah.
You made me think of a verse. So for me, I'm Christian. I don't know about you, Tijon, but there is a verse in the Bible that says, it's in Philippians 4, verse 8. It says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Like, it just came to my mind because, like, even though everybody's going through life, you feel me? Like, there's always challenges that we face, and everybody has their own hardships and their own kind of like thorns going on, right? But there are also blessings in the midst of the storm,
Always.
It ain't like, now for some people this might not be true, but I was going to say it's not like the recent Tyler Perry movie with Taraji Straw, where literally every single thing, like every little thing is like falling apart and there's no blessings, like, oh my gosh,
that movie was crazy.
That movie was that movie, I get me some stress. But yeah, you have to train your mind to count the blessings.
Yeah.
If everybody's telling you like you do bad at this, and this, and you just gonna be a failure, it's like, no, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I doing right? Like, truly think about that. You know what I'm saying? Or like, what is a characteristic that I do well? Or, you know what I'm saying? What is something that I admire in another person? Or like, what's something that I see that's positive that I want? Right?
Yeah.
And like you said, be logical about it. Like, in your situation, if you need to make a list of like, what are the resources that you got right now?
Yeah.
Write that down. If that's my granny, because my granny, like, she speaks good things to me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to spend a little bit more time with my granny. Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got this little job. It don't make much, but I mean, it is a source of income. Like, how can I use this money to get, something else? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, It's really taking that time to figure it out for yourself. So I love what you shared today. Do you have any last thoughts on your episode today?
I'll say my message to all the viewers is just think positive. Think positive, and positive things are gonna come. You thinking negative, then negative things are gonna come. So just stay positive.
Well, that has been Tijon Lopez-Star, everybody. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be on the podcast. I think that the people who are going to listen to this message, they really will get a lot out of it. And just to be able to like see you and, hear from you, like I know it encourages somebody out there because it's not like you an old man or nothing. You just yourself, you know?
And that too. Everybody be yourselves. Thank y'all for having me here.
Yeah, of course, Tijon. Clap it up. This has been another episode of the Man Up Club podcast. Catch us for another one, and we'll see you at Godflow Fest.
See you at Godflow. Make sure y'all beat us there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually excited for Godflow.
I know, me too.